Wagwan people, Wagwan, welcome to the stream. Yeah, today has been I haven't even been checked. I haven't checked the market whatsoever. Like literally I haven't checked. I just closed. If you watched yesterday's stream, I just left my charts as they are, and yeah, it's only just now opening the chart to see actually what is happening. It's actually just, but today's a Friday. I actually thought of streaming or not, but I was like, nah. Ended up just saying, let me just stream, you know, give like overview. I'll probably just tape read, but if I find anything nice, definitely gonna take it, you know. So let's just jump in on the yeah, from going straight at it. So from yesterday's stream during the New York session, I was actually, prices were here. We were actually here, as you can see. It was around 8 p.m., 9 p.m. New York time. So I was expecting actually holding off this. Let me just do this. I had this H1 order block here. I was actually looking at this H1 order block. Where is it? Yeah, I was looking at that H1 order block, and I was expecting price actually push higher, and this was like a smaller fair value gap that it tipped into, but I was actually waiting for price actually go reject off of this. As you can see, we've been rejecting to actually close below the order block itself. So, and then I was actually expecting price actually go into this 15-minute. I was actually expecting price to go into this 15-minute order block here from here, and then as you can see, we did tap into that 15-minute order block. Probably not the min threshold of it, but we dipped into it, and then we went to take out the sell side liquidity. So that's exactly what I was expecting on the dollar index. As you can see, we did it twice, went down, and then we went back up again to retest that dip into that 15-minute order block there, and then we came down. So that's what I was waiting for from this dollar index. And looking at that, I was also looking at the GU. At the time, price was actually going higher on the GU. We were actually waiting for a buy in this bullish breakup block. I was actually looking for a buy on this bullish breakup block, waiting for it to actually hit the min threshold. If you actually watch yesterday's stream, you'll see that, especially at the end, this is what we were looking for, we were waiting for. So as you can see, price actually just went to dip again, went into this bullish breakup block, and then we went up. So if I was in the trade, I would probably have taken that, but I was just tape reading at this point. I didn't actually take this trade. Initially my TP was there, but here I would have taken partials or just everything, or especially looking at this fair value gap here. I've probably taken my partials there or just executed the trade entirely. So yeah, that was actually what we were waiting for on gbpusd yesterday, and all of this happened it happened, yeah, during the lunchtime. Like I said, during the lunchtime when I get this, or after the PM session, when it's PM session New York time, when I get this deep into the bullish breakup block, which we did actually, and it gave us 66 pips. So that's a fairly good trade, to be honest. It's a fairly good trade. So besides that, and then we have on NAS, this is the trade that we actually took yesterday. And we're expecting price to actually give us lower prices. As you can see, we took out sell side, hit TP overall, And here was the first partial, second partial on this low here, that partial. This is where I only closed all the profits on this low here. So also dipped into this BC here and then finally took out the new week opening gap low that I was actually waiting for. And as you can see, after that we went back up, back into that new week opening gap. As you can see, we've been rejecting off of that new week opening gap, and this is when I said I wanted to sell in the new week opening gap before we actually got here. I think it was somewhere around here, so I was expecting price actually just go up and then get into the new week opening gap to sell off of that. So that we got that yesterday, and as you can see, price has been rejecting off of that new week opening gap from there, because it's a double new week opening gap there. There's the this week's new week opening gap and the previous week new week opening gap. I just took out the high of that, but it's been rejecting off of that, so it's like a double new week opening gap. So that was a fairly good trade, and then if you held all of them, it will probably be in good profits right now. So yeah, excuse me. So with that being said, what do I expect on the dollar right now? Let me just put this ones where they belong, and then yeah, I'm just gonna keep those there. So what do I expect from the dollar index? I haven't really analyzed. I didn't trade the London session, so I have no idea what's really going on right now in the market. As you can see, already took out sell side. Now my question is, are we still gonna go lower, or we're just gonna find an efficiency to actually give us higher prices? That is the question, because as you can see here, we rejected off of this 30-minute BC. Let me just go to the 1 hour, maybe it might be a cleaner one. Okay, it's just the 30-minute BC. We rejected off of that, giving us higher prices, and then giving us higher prices. There's a 15-minute order block up there, and then so we might just maintain that, you know, reject off of this and then keep respecting more lower time frame PDRAs, and then we have this inefficiency, this fair value gap here, so price might just dip into that and give us more higher prices. So I'm actually expecting the dollar to give us more higher prices, because we already took out sell side, so I don't see the reason why I would still get lower prices. So that's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm expecting on the dollar index right now. Just give us higher prices, because we haven't swept this buy side liquidity, we haven't set this buy side, and we still have that to sweep, you know. Still have that new week opening gap there again. We rejected off that new week opening gap nicely to the downside, took out sell side. So now we gotta go take out the buy side. So that's what I'm expecting on the dollar index right now. I'm expecting higher prices, and yeah, as you can see on a lower time frame, we are in this BC here, you know. We're in that BC there, so we might just reject off of that, or price might have something different, you know. So yeah, that's what I'm expecting from the dollar index right now. Let me Yeah, my guy. Wagwan band. What's good? What's good? What's good? What is good? Do you analyze the? Are you on charts right now? And are you checking the dollar index too? What do you have on the dollar index? If you check in the dollar index before you move on into indices. Yeah, what do you expect on the dollar? And then looking at NAS, it's it's been a choppy day since from yesterday's session, Asian session, been choppy, and then London, as you can see, we had that drop, and then it's backed up into the order block here. As you can see, it's backed up into this order block, bearish order block. It's backed up into the bearish order block, and that would have been a nice sell since we're just overall just falling right now, especially looking at the H4. We're just falling, so it would have been a good trade to actually take that sell from the order block to sell it off. So now the question is, still haven't swept the sell side liquidity. Still haven't swept the sell side liquidity. Is that, are we gonna sweep sell side liquidity, then give us a market structure shift to go higher prices, or we're just gonna take out this buy side liquidity and go for lower prices and start taking down since we on a downtrend, you know? So yeah, and I'm expecting lower prices on the DEXs, on the indices, you know. So you expecting the US30 to fall. Yeah. All right, let me just finish this quick, because yeah, I'm expecting the NAS to also fall from this point, because we have that 15-minute BC there, CB. We have that 15-minute BC, and then we have an order block on top of that, so it's like a double inefficiency. So we might get a reaction on top of that, and then but close lower and give us lower prices. So selling here on this might not be a bad idea, you know, even though it doesn't really feel safe. And then have your SL just right above that, or if you can afford to have it above there, you can have it above that, you know. And then it's either you target the sell side liquidity or just keep trailing it to the downside, and then maybe target that sell side liquidity. But I highly doubt this would happen today. Highly doubt will happen today since it's a Friday, but it might happen, you never know. So what do we have on the US30? I'm expecting more or less the same thing, you know. I'm expecting more or less the same thing, because we are in a downtrend. Until we get a market structure shift, I don't expect any higher prices, expecting lower. We're currently in an order block already. You know, we're currently in our order block. We filled it nicely. So prices just might start tanking from there, since I'm also expecting lower prices from that BC on NAS, we might get, this is a very short block, we might get lower prices from the US30 too. But yeah, lower prices, yeah, since you're looking for sells, yeah, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea, unless it starts to rebel. You know, the market can never be 100% sure. It's never safe. And also looking at the H1 NAS, same thing in a 1 hour order block, you know. But as for me, I'm still expecting that spike a bit to the upside. I mean, like, we might reject off of this and start tanking to the downside, but at least weak to the upside, fill in these inefficiencies before you get any other, you know, any other reaction. So where are you expecting, Banda, where are you expecting price to fall off from? Where are you expecting price to actually fall off from on US30? What is your reasonable price to actually sell? Like, where would you like to sell US30? Which price? As you can see on the DXY, we failed to respect the BC that we had here. We went to the lower one, so it might just reject off of that. Also using this order block here, the last candlestick to the downside, the last down close candlestick, might use that to actually because that's like the last line of defense. If we don't, okay, if price doesn't reject off of this order block, I don't know, bullish order block, I don't know where we're actually going. I don't know where I would expect the dollar to actually go, you know. We might be going to take out sell side liquidity, that might be the case, you know. But if it doesn't reject off of that, I don't think I'll be so biased on selling the indices especially. But rejected off of that, let me just delete this. We have the sell side liquidity here. Yeah. That's sell side liquidity there. And then I have this other block here, so I'm just hoping that actually holds, you know. I'm actually hoping that this actually holds, because if not, then we keep getting lower prices. We should expect more higher prices on the indices, especially, you know, this 3, especially from this 3. I haven't checked German 30 in a while. Let's actually see what's happening out there. As you can see, it's also just been tanking to the downside. So trading this right now, unless you find a nice entry to sell, just don't trade it at all. Just don't trade it at all. And then we have this. As you can see, we spiked into that BC. As you can see, price actually spiked inside, and then would consider taking the first trade as soon as it taps in at the consequent encouragement, or when it fills in perfectly. So 3 of those is a perfect entry. That's how I enter my inefficiencies. Mostly I look for min threshold, you know. Oh, as soon as it dips in, I take the trade. So yeah, but I'm still waiting for it to actually at least dip into the min threshold or the consequent encouragement of this BC for me to be comfortable. No, CB, not BC. Yeah. No, it might just reject off of this now and just keep tanking to the downside since it actually did tap into it, you know. But kinda missed that. Let me set an alert. Let me set an alert. Uh, well, yeah, that is a very it's a hell of a swing trade. I'm like, eventually we are going to the sell side liquidity here, you know, but it will probably take like a whole month to get here for us to actually get here. It might take less than that, but you know, this next 2-3 weeks it might take us to get there, you know. So if you're willing to hold that, or unless you're just saying overall by directional biased, or unless you're actually taking the trade until they're selling off here. I'm guessing your risk management, your exit points should be on point, because if you can hold a trade from here to here, man, there's nothing that can stop you in this world. There's nothing that can stop you. Excuse me. There's nothing that can stop you. So yeah, man, I'm just expecting price to actually just reject off of that order block there and start giving us lower prices. Same goes with NAS. I'm expecting price to sell off, to sell off from there, and then TP or just trail. TP will just be trailing until sell side here, sell for me confirms now. This is why I actually take a sell. This is what I actually consider taking this sell. Let's see the DXY, how the DXY is actually going. Rejecting off of that order block. I'm expecting higher prices too, so the sell is actually supported for me, you know. So yeah, we're in a sell now, and then SL can have it above this high. If you have enough to hold it above this high, you can put it above this high, but I'm just gonna put it above here, you know. Yeah, if you can afford to, because if we go above and clean this high, I'm pretty sure we're gonna also go for this other high here, you know, before we actually go to the downside. But if you can actually afford to have your SL above this, then we should probably do that. You know, if you can afford to have your high, your SL above there, please do that. I think that's why I'll move my SL there. Yeah, I think I'll just move it above that order block there that I highlighted, and then we'll just see how that goes. We'll actually see how that goes. So yeah, and then looking at the DXY, going lower now. Use the BC as a inversion fair value gap. That's the 15-minute. Yeah, that 15-minute BC. Looks like it's using it as like inversion fair value gap. Yeah, but I'm still hoping this order block would actually hold for us to give us higher prices. If not, it might be, if we keep going for this sell side liquidity, we might have a different story on NAS. We might keep going for higher prices too. So like I said, these two can be inversely correlated most of the time if there's no crazy manipulation in the market. So once you start seeing lower prices on the DXY, you should expect more. If you start seeing lower prices on the DXY, you should start seeing more higher prices on the indices, and then the other way around too. So yeah. So I'm just hoping this holds, and also that BC, I don't want to see price close above this BC, or just be using this order block here. You know, I'm like, as long as we don't spike above this order block, to be honest, we're still good. Price might reject any time anyway on this bearish order block here. I'm just, yeah, might just reject off of anywhere on this bearish order block. But if it close above, that's a different story. You might start seeing higher prices from there. So Yeah, you mentioned that you're expecting lower prices on NAS. Yeah, you did mention. Let me just, yes, you did mention, said below. Yeah, you did mention. Yeah. Yes. Then we have the DXY. We actually broke below that BC, I mean the order block, which is honestly not looking good right now. The question is where we're going. Are we going for the sell side liquidity because it's the only closest reason why we should keep heading to the downside. So we might actually go below and take out the sell side liquidity, and but as long as we're still holding off that order block, we're good. So this is the only magnet for me right now, taking out sell side liquidity. But the question is why, because we're already taken out here and then it swept this sell side liquidity here, taking out this relatively equal lows, filled in this BC here, 15-minute BC to the upside. So the question is, why do we have to come back and retest it again? You know, it doesn't, I mean, like, possibility of that happening, it can, but why? What we got on US30? I was actually also expecting US30 to sell off from this order block. As you can see, breaking higher. We might be going for the buy side liquidity. As you can see, you have that BC there, CB, I mean. Prices reject off of that, give us a nice sell from there. And then other question is, are we gonna go and take out that high, or we're just gonna reject off of that? Let me go to a lower time frame. So I'm also expecting US30 to just sell off from here. I'm still expecting it to sell off. So yeah, I'm expecting it to sell off unless it starts giving us some market structure shift. So it might not use this order block, might be going for that 30-minute order block there, which is still in a order block. So we might be using that to actually sell off. So just gonna see how that plays out. Yeah, let's just wait for New York Open to see what it does. Because on the DXY, I'm just hoping that this holds off and give us higher prices, take out buy sides. I want this to take out buy side liquidity. So yeah, as long as we do that, all the indices will actually play along. No, as you can see, we're approaching the buy side here, and if we can take that out, probably go for this high too. There's a chance we might be going for that. So yeah, let's just see how Let me have both charts open. What? Oh, that's nice. They're offering me $1. Nah, why did I open this? Okay, every time I open my Google Chrome, everything, my stream just goes slow, very slow because of that. As you can see, the dollar projecting off of that. It's a 15-minute order block, and then we might use this PC. We might use the PC as like a inversion. We might use the PC as an inversion fair value gap to actually give us lower prices, but I'm just hoping that this holds off and then breaks above it. So let's just wait and see what actually happens. As you can see, NAS rejects off of that, creating relatively equal highs. Just broke up a bit, no, which I really don't trust. The fact that we actually created those relatively equal highs makes me think that we're still gonna go up to take them out before we actually go to the downside. So yeah, I really don't trust that. And then looking at the dollar index makes it even worse. The fact that we even took out sell side liquidity. Dollar index actually took out sell side liquidity. Maybe might start retracing from there, give us higher prices. But now we just created relatively equal lows, which I wanted to like be swept, at least, you know, a clean sweep, then give us a nice pullback to the upside. So yeah, with that being said, it's not making sure on NAS for the fact that we have this relatively equal highs here. I would like it if it swept nicely and then we came down, take out sell side, then maybe might go clean it. But for the fact that we haven't cleaned it that nice, yeah, it is. But on the other hand, we have this order block here, so I might reject off of that to take out the sell side liquidity, to take out this, and also to come and take out this sell side liquidity. And that, looking at those relatively equal highs, we might be going for those now. Looking at the US30, yeah, we have higher prices here, and then also created this relatively equal, also created that, and I also created, what is happening, also created this, which is actually not looking good right now. I would expect it to clean it nicely, go up to the upside, then we can get lower prices. But for the fact that we haven't swept it nicely, to me it means that we're still gonna go back up there to actually sweep that buy side. Let's check out S&P 500. Also S&P 500 looking for higher prices. So in this case, I'm guessing the NAS is a 60 star. As always, NAS is a 60 star because we're looking for higher prices. We're closer to sweeping this high. And let me check there if there's any SMT diversion. We have that high, we have that high. S&P, so we have a SMT diversion. NAS hasn't taken out its buy, so it might start selling it from here since we have this SMT in the middle. Yeah, we might have that SMT there. And then up. And then on NAS, so might have that SMT there. We have that SMT divergent right there. NAS created a high, S&P failed to create a high, so we might reject off of that and give us, price might start going lower because we both failed. They both failed to take out this high. They both failed to take out this high. they both failed to take out this high, but S&P also failed to take out this high. NAS managed to take out that high. So I am so tired and sleepy. Thanks for the follow, man. Thanks for the follow. Yeah. Thanks for the subscribe, not the follow. Subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah. And then now we have this. The both now took out the buys. They took out this high here. Also NAS took out that. Johnny Williams here, man. Thanks for the subscription, man. How are you doing, man? How's the charts? Are you trading in a trade, tape reading? What are you expecting on the indices right now? You're trading EURUSD. Cool. Definitely a sell. Okay, let's see what we have here. Just a minor drawback. Oh, so you're already in a trade. Oh, okay, cool. I haven't really analyzed this in a while. I was mainly looking at the pound GU this week. I haven't really traded the euro. It has been very choppy. I didn't like the way it was moving this week. But from the looks of it, we haven't taken out buy side here. Just created this relatively equal lows. Sell side, sorry. Haven't taken the sell side. Created relatively equal lows, so I'm still expecting price to actually take out those. To take out this sell side. So yeah, you might still be in a good trade. Looking at that CB right there. Price might reject off of this. So as you can see, we just been the wicks do the damage, the wicks do the damage, and then the body tells a story. So even though the wicks have been spiking up to the upside, but they barely close above the CB, the fair value gap, so should expect lower prices from there. I'm looking at a higher time frame. You could also consider the fact that we also have this breakup block here. I would consider this as a breakup block. Where's that? I'll also consider this. I'll take this as a breakup block. You know, we went up, down, and up, and then broke below it, closed below the breakup block, and then failed to take out the sell side. And then we went back into the breakup block. Now I'm expecting lower prices to actually take out the sell side. So yeah, selling is not a good idea. First TP, you said it's 5550. Yeah, that's a good TP, because it's inefficiency. We have this 1 hour BC there. You have that 1 hour BC, and also it's a H4 BC, so it would be advisable to take partials there or just close your profits there. So that's a good exit point there. So yeah, overall, man, I'm expecting lower prices. Well, I've been expecting lower prices on the dollar. I mean, higher prices on the dollar, because I was actually expecting the dollar index to reject off of this 15-minute order block, which we did not. This ended up going for this sell side liquidity. So I was expecting this order block to actually hold to the upside, but we went to take out the sell side liquidity. But like I said, the wicks do the damage, the body tells the story. So this did a whole lot of damage, but we might reject off of this using this order block here and give us higher prices. So as long as you start seeing more higher prices on the dollar, we will get your shot on the EURUSD. That's a long hold. Yeah, probably get a play. Are you willing to hold over the weekend though? You swing trading it? Are you swing trading that? Because I'm guessing if you're swing trading, your exit points are wide. You probably have your SL above there, or just above this. I don't know where your SL is, but I'm guessing it has enough space to hold. If you're saying it's yeah. And then the NAS is just refusing. It's going for our SL. NAS is just refusing to actually give us lower prices. It is refusing. And then looking at the rest, they're also going for higher prices. The US30 refusing also to reject off of that CB there. We might be created relatively equal highs. So you're saying SL it's 6.2. Oh, you're good. Oh, you're good, man. Yeah, you're good. With that being said, you are good. I'm guessing from here to here is a 1:1 risk ratio. And since you said the first TP, you're probably just gonna take first partials there, and second partials, I'm guessing you're gonna take it on the sell side liquidity. I'm guessing you're gonna take it on this. I'm not sure if you're trading ICT or you're trading support and resistance. Which strategy are you trading? SM I haven't forgot, but I trade ICT. So what are you trading? What strategy are you trading? What's your model? Because I realize I'm saying sell side liquidity, but you might be trading a different model here. ICT, oh, dope. That's dope. So I'm guessing your first TP at that H1, first TP at the H1 or H4 BC, and then second, I'm just guessing, is at the sell side liquidity. If you have a third one, at that sell side liquidity too. So that is a very reasonable, good long-term trade. It's a nice swing. Yeah, I mean, like all ICT students, man, tend to think the same. We all trade the same thing. We tend to see the same thing. Yeah, it's an easy swing. It's an easy swing. So yeah, using that breaker on a lower time frame, hold it off. You're actually good. Because if I was to take this trade, I would also consider using this bearish breaker block. I would use this bearish breaker block. Am I clicking something wrong? I'd use that bearish breaker block. And yeah, where is it? 15-minute bearish breaker block. Yeah, I'd actually use that because price came here, created this order block, went higher, came back down, closed below the order block, came back into it again to retest it. The wicks did the damage there, and then just sell it off, and then just swing it. So you're good, man. You are good. And then the dollar index, as you can see, it's rejecting off of that. It is rejecting off of that after it swept the sell side liquidity. After we took that sell side liquidity, now it's just slowly rejecting off to the upside, which I was actually waiting for, which I was expecting from the order block. But of course, the market always take out liquidities before going anywhere. So if it actually wants to go up, give us higher prices, it's definitely gonna take out sell side liquidity before it gives us higher prices. So which makes perfect sense. Look at how noisy this is. Look how noisy NAS is right now. It is way too noisy. Just whiplashing everywhere it goes. It's just whiplashing. Do you Williams, Johnny Williams, do you include DXY? Do you use a DXY to as an indicator in some sort? Like, because I normally just use the DXY first before actually going anywhere. I use the DXY first, especially if I wanna just wake up in the morning. I wanna see what the DXY is doing and what I'm expecting on the DXY before I can start analyzing your EURUSD or the gbpusd. So do you also use that? Yeah, it is strange, man. This thing is just strange. Whiplashing everywhere. It's not looking good. This is why I mostly don't like trading on Fridays, man. It's just weird. I always find Fridays weird. They're always weird. Never use DXY. You should try it, man. You should try it. You should try using the DXY because it works best with EU and GU. That's what I do all the time. The dollar index. The dollar index. It's easy to analyze. It makes perfect sense. So if it makes perfect sense to analyze, EURUSD and GBPUSD would also make perfect sense all the time. So yeah, so it's always on my watch list. I analyze this first. If I'm expecting higher prices on the dollar index, I know I should be selling EURUSD. If I'm expecting lower prices on the DXY, I know I should be expecting higher prices on the EURUSD. So they're inversely correlated. When one goes up, the other one goes down. So it's easy to get. Yeah, you should try it. It always makes sense, because most of the time I realize that I would be selling EURUSD, and then when I look at the DXY, I'm expecting higher prices, which wouldn't make sense. Which would not make sense at all. Like you can buy DXY and buy EURUSD too, so it's not making sense. So I use that as some sort of like an indicator to an extent, or to a certain extent. It tells me what's happening in the real market, because we all know, we know that the dollar drives the market crazy. Like it controls almost like 60%, if not 60% of the foreign exchange market. It moves whenever there's a dollar index. Everything just goes crazy. So yeah, where you streaming from? I mean, where you viewing the stream from? Where are you from? SA? I'm from South Africa. I'm not sure if you're also from here, or you from somewhere. Where you from, man? Where you from? From Jamaica. Cool. That's dope. I'm streaming all the way from South Africa. All the way from South Africa. So yeah, man. Jamaica. Once I get this Forex money, once it clicks in, 7 figures, 6 figures, don't worry, man. I'm gonna be there. Gonna tick all the boxes, all the country boxes. Jamaica is definitely there. Definitely. So yeah. And also, how did you find the stream? Did you just see it on the? Did you just see it on your feed, or just from a Telegram channel? From the Telegram channel. Telegram channel. Oh, cool. That's dope. That is dope. And then the dollar index giving me what I've been waiting for all this time. I was honestly expecting this to do this 30 minutes ago. I decided to take out sell side. before it actually gives us higher prices. So I'm expecting it to take out buy side liquidity. Yeah, man, you're welcome, man. Stream every day. Mainly I stream. I only started streaming last week. Yeah, I only started live streaming last week. So last week Friday, but I'm gonna do every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Today was just a bonus. Yeah. So Fridays will only depend whether I feel like it or not, or if I actually want to trade, because most of the time I don't trade Fridays. So if I actually want to trade, I'll actually live streams. But Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I do that on those three times a week. Yeah. So yeah, and I always start my stream at 8:30. Yeah, 8:30 a.m. New York time though. New York time. So as soon as the New York session opens, that's when I actually start my live stream all the time. So yeah, just 3 days a week. Can be 4 on a Friday if I feel like it, or I actually want to trade. So yeah. And then dollar index, playing games. But today is Friday, so let me we already have that TGIF and our retracement into the, because we have this order block here. Wow, that's I don't like using order blocks with smaller bodies and longer wicks. I honestly don't like considering them as order blocks. How about trades on Monday? Yeah, I mean, like, well, it depends. On Monday, I like trading the New York session. The London, I don't like touching. It's always quiet most of the time. It's always quiet. Like if I don't trade, I don't like trading, especially when the market opens. I don't like on Monday. I just don't like trading then. But the New York session, yeah, I can give it a go. Yeah, but yeah, you can still trade on a Monday. You can still, just that it doesn't move as much as I want it to be most of the time. So yeah, but I do trade on Monday. I do trade. Not as much as I would trade on a Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. Most of the time I like lowering my risk on Mondays and Fridays. Yeah, it always makes sense for me to actually lower my risk, cut them into half on Monday and Fridays. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I can go as crazy as I want to. But Monday and Fridays, I always cut my risks into half. So yeah. Now it's looking a bit weird now. It is looking very weird. But for the fact that we're actually taking out buy-side liquidities before going lower, it's giving me signs that when it actually gonna push to the low side, it's gonna just, yeah, it's just gonna fall. So it just wants to accumulate all these orders up there first, take out all those bite stops before it actually tanks. It tanks down. So yeah, that may be the case, where it's just wants to accumulate enough orders before it actually tanks down. So that might be the case on NAS. That might be the case. And yo, don't forget to like the stream, man. Don't forget to like the stream. I'd appreciate a like on the stream too. I'd appreciate that. Saying, do I work with SNR for NAS? What is SNR? Is that support and resistance? Is that support and resistance? And if so, no, I don't use support and resistance. I don't use support and resistance. Strictly ICT, just inefficiencies and liquidities. Support and resistance. Yeah, nah, I don't use them. I don't use support and resistance. Just strictly ICT, man. Just inefficiencies and liquidities. That's ICT, baby. I used to use support and resistance strictly trendline trading strategy, breakouts and all that, but nah, not anymore. I just trade strictly ICT. I don't consider breakouts. I don't consider support and resistance. Support and resistance to me is just liquidity. So if you mean it in that sense, yeah, for me support and resistance is just liquidity. But I don't use it as I used to use it when I was trading support and resistance, because with support and resistance means if price, they just say for example, this is support. So if price go into the support, you're supposed to buy. If price go into this resistance here, you're supposed to sell at that resistance. For me, I don't trade like that anymore. For me, it's like this sell side liquidity. It has to be taken out one way or another. It has to be taken out for me to consider taking a trade after that. So I don't take it exactly when it respects after it disrespected the support and resistance. And if it doesn't respect it, if it does actually respect the support and goes up like this, I know I have to find a selling position to go and take out that support somewhere somehow. So you know how ICT is. So yeah, I don't to answer your question, no, I don't trade or use support and resistance on NAS or anywhere. So yeah. Do you mix support and resistance with your ICT? Do you mix them when you trade ICT? Or with your model, do you consider support and resistance? Finally getting the push to the downside on NAS. Finally taken out the sell side liquidity. This might be a good time to actually lock profits or take partials and break even. Take partials if just take partials, probably 50%, and just lock profits. Did I even spell partials the right way? Wild. Yeah. Oh, let me just use this. Oh no. Oh, I'm wild. Take partials. Let's make it blue. So, yeah. Taking partials at sell side. Liquidity is a good idea. Finally getting that push on the dollar index. That's why NAS right now is just tanking to the downside. So yeah. So that'll be the first partial of the day of the trade. Since we took out sell side, and if you want to lock profits, it's a good idea to actually lock profits at this point. It's a good idea to take partials and lock break even right now. Finally got that push up on the dollar index after taking the sell side liquidity. As expected, we're going for higher prices now. We're going for that buy side liquidity, but I'm expecting it to actually take out this buy side, this one also, and also this one, and just keep tanking up. You know, it might take this one and then, you know, retrace a little bit and then keep shooting up. So I'm expecting that from the dollar index right now. That is what I'm expecting from on the dollar index. Because you should also put in mind that that sell side that is rejected off of from, I think I hit it. Did I hit the it's double, it's two of them, it's crazy. But we have that BC there that the dollar rejected off of from right now. So, you know, rejected off of that. So I was expecting price actually keep holding that, you know. So the reason why I didn't expect it to go down and take out sell side again is because we already filled it 100% of that BC there. So I didn't expect price actually go again and take out the sell side. So, but we did go below that, taking out the sell side, and then now we're going higher for this buy side. So yeah, and then let's see the euro. As expected, the euro USD played off nicely off of that breaker block, the bearish breaker block. So expecting sell side to be swept, and then also expecting this sell side here to be swept, deepening into this H1 BC. Expecting it to dip into that H1 BC, sweeping the sell side here, and then the rest will see whether it continues going down to take out the sell side here or not. But I'm also expecting the sell side here also to be swept. No, but right now currently we're in a H1 order block. Price might reject off of this order block, but I expect price to just disrespect this order block, close below it, maybe come back to use it as like a breaker block to the downside. So yeah, great analysis. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. So yeah, that's what I'm also expecting on the euro USD. Lower prices, and yeah, so in order block, but I'm expecting this order block to be disrespected. You know, maybe close below it. Let me see. Yeah, I actually want this to close below it, take out the sell side, and then go. This pencil is just acting weird right now, and then maybe use it as like a bearish breaker block to actually shoot, and then come into this, taking out the sell side here, and also dipping into this 1 hour BC. So yeah, that's what I'm expecting on the euro USD. Obviously, what gives me confidence to expect that is because what I'm also expecting on the euro US, I mean on the DXY, I'm still expecting buy side to be taken out, and also this to be taken out. But most importantly, I want this to be taken out too. So since we're also in that, is it 15 minutes or 30 minutes? Yeah, we're in that 15 minute or 30 minute BC. So I want that to actually hold, take out buy side. We already taken out sell side here, so I want it to hold, take out this buy side and also this buy side, and then it's a bonus if you can take out this one too. So yeah, just see how that goes. Just want to see how that goes. So yeah, and then the gbpusd, this was yesterday's trades. I actually had a buy waiting here, but I just tapered it. I didn't actually take it. Using a 1 hour, I used this as a breaker actually. Yeah, I actually used this as a breaker for some weird reason, but it worked. Went to the min threshold, spiked up, and then came back down. That was like a nice 60 pips plus, I think. Yes, that was like a nice 60 pips plus trade. Got 70 pips yesterday on gbpusd. Are you saying you got them? You got 70 pips on a buy or sell? Did you get it on a buy or a sell? You can see now it's just terrorizing now. It's just terrorizing. Easy buy. Wait, are you saying you got the 70 pips? You got it. You traded GBP USD buy yesterday. Are you saying you got that buy also? Is that what you're saying? That you actually bought? Or are you saying the buy that I had on GBP USD was an easy buy? Are you saying this was an easy buy? Let me see. H4. Okay. Lower time frame. It was still the same thing, so great. So yeah, taking more partials, letting the rest run is actually a good idea right now. I just did that. Man, that TP, that TP is just floating right now. Thanks for the follow, man. Thanks for the follow. I mean, thanks for the subscribing, man. Appreciate it. I really do. Don't forget to like the stream, and yeah. And also, where you from? Where you watching the stream from? Quick partials, yeah. I'll take the trade on this one. Quick partials. Yeah, I'm like, are you meaning NAS? You're gonna take the trade on NAS? Is that what you mean? Because if you wanna sell, it's a bit, unless you wait for a retracement into a inefficiency, yeah. Oh, NAS. Yeah, I'm like, you're still waiting for a setup. Should expect some pullback before the final sell. Yeah, of course. I'm like, it's still gonna sell. I'm still expecting it to actually take out sell side, you know. Still expecting sell side to be taken out. We might do that before we actually close for the week, but yeah, it might be the case, it might not, but still expecting more sells. So a pullback might be until it actually goes up, I mean goes down to buy. So we might have that. We have this order block here, so might quickly reject off of that order block, because if we go above this order block and close above, we might be getting a market structure shift. So as long as we are below this order block here, let me just hide this. As long as we are below this order block right here, as long as you are below this order block, we should be good. It's a CB. No, order block. What am I doing? So as long as we're still below that order block, we're good for sales. So if we push higher, might dip into that order block before we actually sell some more. So Bayanda, yeah man, it's falling. Yeah, well in the dark. It's falling, bro. It is actually. So yeah. Forgot my mic was still muted. But yeah, he's saying you're just chilling for now, then watch it fall. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. It's a Friday. You don't really need to take the trade unless you're gonna go with a very tiny lot size, very small risk, just for the sake of being in the market, you know, because I have that. That's what I do most of the time when I know that I shouldn't be taking the trade, but I just want to take it for the sake of it, and just go with the minimum lot size, 0.01. Literally, doesn't matter how big my account or how small it is, but it's best to just stay away at this point, you know, because for me, I wouldn't be trading here. I missed all my entries up there. The entries that I would take, they were actually up there. So for me to start taking trades now, I'll be forcing things. So minimal risk. Yeah. I'm like, at times, man, you just gotta feed that beast in you. Like, you just want to feed the beast in you by taking, doesn't matter how much the lot size is or whatever. So just take any trade, the smaller lot size, you know, smaller lot size you can take, just for the sake of being in the market. So sometimes I'm guilty of that. I do that most of the time too. Sometimes though, especially on Fridays like this, and I'm watching the market and I don't want to take crazy trades and then regret later. Like, you know what, since I'm just sitting here on the market, since I'm just analyzing right now, let me just take that 0.01, you know, just to feel like, okay, yeah, at least I caught the move. Doesn't matter what I got up with, $2, $3, $5, $1. At the end of the day, it's money. At the end of the day, it's something. So yeah, man. Yeah. Oh. Consistency is the goal, not profit. That's true, man. That's true. Consistency is the goal, not profits. You know, measure success with consistency, not profits. You know, if you can stay consistent and be consistent on what you're doing, man, like, it doesn't matter how much you're making at the moment, because when you start actually making crazy money, you're gonna implement the same consistency, you'll be unstoppable. But if you're just entirely focusing on the money, you're gonna burn. You are gonna burn. It won't end nice for you, man. So yeah, what's the plan for the weekend, man? Plan for the weekend, not planning much, man. Just gonna chill, have a little date with the girlfriend. Nothing much, man. Nothing much. Just gonna spend time with a girlfriend, nothing much. Yeah, that's the plan for the weekend. And what's your plans for the weekend, man? What are you planning to do this weekend? What are we hitting? Strip club? You know, what are we drinking? What are we... yeah, what's the plan for the weekend, man? What's the plan? What's the plan? uh... 9 to 5, then weed smoking. I'm like, that sounds like a plan, bro. I mean, like, at least you know, as long as you know what you're gonna do, it's a plan, you know. It's a plan, my guy. So, yeah. William saying, not sure yet. Well, yeah, that sounds. I also don't like, you know, like, especially when I plan to go on, like, you know, going out clubbing and all that, or crazy nights, crazy weekends. I don't like planning ahead. I just like making decisions just like that. Like, fuck it, let's just go. You know, let's just go do something. Let's go somewhere. Let's go drink. Let's go party. You know, it's always fun that way. I don't like planning to go out clubbing. It's just not fun. For some weird reason, it just takes out the fun in it. So I just decide an hour before I do it, and then just do it, you know. So yeah, man. You done with plans? Been off? It's me time this weekend. Yeah, man. Take the time off, my guy. I'm like, they give you the time off for you to relax. You know what I'm saying? So use that. Use that. Take the time off to do that. Get some, you know, some plant. Get a spliff. You can get high. Sounds like a plan, though. Sounds like a plan. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. NAS is just pouring, man, which is good. This is nice. I like this. I really like this. Just pouring to the downside. Partials taken, holding the rest of the trade. And then US30 also fell off. S&P obviously doing the same thing. Like, there's no tomorrow. Took out buy side. We took out buy side first before we actually went down. Okay, that's just not doing what I want to do. And then the Euro USD, what? Okay, what's happening with the Euro USD now? We went to take out buy side liquidity. What's happening with the dollar? I'm confused. So the dollar right now went down, which makes sense. Actually makes sense. The dollar also went down to take out sell side liquidity again. So there's the reason why the Euro USD also went to the upside and take out the buy side liquidity. So it actually makes sense. It actually makes sense. And then we have the SMT divergent, and by that, where's the Here's the SMT divergent. Let me move on the EURUSD. The reason why I say it's the SMT divergent, because on the EURUSD, as you can see, we created this high, and then on the GU it failed to create a new high. So at this point you sell off the weaker one, so you just sell off the one that never took out the buy side liquidity. So selling GU also here is a good idea, and also because it's the weaker one, it failed to take out the buy side liquidity. So yeah, I had to check in on EURUSD. Yeah, it's acting sassy right now. It's all zesty and stuff, and then having some buy side liquidity. Yeah, went down to take out the buy side liquidity. So right now I'm guessing EURUSD is the stronger one and the gbpusd is the weaker one. That's just my guess. Yeah, so more prices, if it starts tanking down, we'll start seeing more lower prices on the GU than the EURUSD. So yeah. I'll be right back in a second. Okay, we are back. Dollar index picking up momentum to the upside. Something is zesty right now. Dollar index is just, but I like what the the NAS is doing right now. It's giving me what I needed. This is a good way to end your Friday. Catching some handles. Calculating handles on NAS has been weird, to be honest. I can't tell whether this is 100 handles or 10. I honestly can't tell, to be honest, because with S&P, it's simple, because I got used to determining calculating handles with S&P, because I know this is, let me just round it off to 40 handles. Yeah, 40 handles. I know that, okay, this is 40 handles, you know, but with NAS it's just weird, man. Like, I can't even tell how many handles this is. I know there's more handles, but like, yeah, I can't really tell, to be honest. I cannot tell. and this and this. This and that and that. Okay. Still expecting that drawdown on NAS before I take an entry. 5 minute. There's a possibility that we might draw back before we start tanking more to the downside. So yeah, that might happen. I'm like, can you just keep going down like that? But today's Friday, man. Anything can happen. Fridays is just crazy. So if you're selling off here, where are you gonna target? What's a target? What's a price that you're targeting if you wanna sell here? Or on a draw down? I mean on a draw back before selling. What would you target? Sell side. I'm guessing obviously first people would probably be targeting sell side liquidity. Like you just can't make this shit up, man. Like you can't make this up. You can't make this up. 14. I did not. Don't tell me I did that. Oh, that's where you wanna buy from. Okay. I mean sell from, sorry. And then target sell side. Yeah, I'm like, if you can draw back into that area there. Why the fuck not? And then I just hopped out on like 90% of my trade, so technically I'm out, even though I'm still holding 10% of what I went in with initially. But for me, it's a good day. It was a good day. Friday done. Friday done, because this TP was just, because I can say targeting sell side. Let me just have it all the way there, done there. But I closed no, not you. Okay, what is going on? %90 of my trades. So I'd close 90% of my trades here. So okay. And then you say you're gonna sell it until 14.5. Which technical is the sell side? Yeah. Just right below the sell side liquidity. Yeah. Oh, that's dope. So if you can get that pullback, you can get the pullback into this BC. We have this BC here. Let me hide this for now. Pull back into this BC. I mean CB. Fair value gap. Buy side imbalance. Sell side imbalance. I always confuse BC and CB. They always get in my head because they all sound the same, but obviously two different things. Buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. And then this one is a sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Or you can just simply call them a fair value gap, both of them, because they're fair value gaps. So yeah, retracement into that area there, and then maybe dip into that price you want to the downside and sell it off of, you know, if you can just sounds like a good trade or in a sell, so that is bound to happen. But NAS is just melting right now. NAS is just melting. So yeah, but if you can have that, that'll be a good trade to take again. So that was a winning trade. Let me update my stats. So from 4 wins to 5. Yeah. Live stream. So that's just like a live stream record, obviously, for all the trades that I took during live stream. So yeah, just gonna keep that record up there. Every time I hit a SL, every time I break even, every time I hit a TP, just gonna update that there. So yeah. So Bayan, are you still here? Say yay if you're still here, bro. Might be getting that retracement that you. Yeah, I'm like we might actually you might get that set up in the PM session, New York PM session, so might do that. I have a feeling that this if we don't retrace now, if you keep playing around this area, we might get the retracement during the lunchtime. So we might retrace nicely into the lunchtime, or we might retrace back now, and then during lunchtime we might start rallying again to the downside. So we just monitor that. You can just set an alert if you actually want to take the trade. You can just set an alert on the consequent encouragement halfway, or if you want to see it earlier before that, you can just set it on the 25. But I mainly take trades on the 50%, so you can just set an alert there, and then when it hits on that alert, you're good. You know, you can take the trade. And yeah, so yeah, this I'm expecting that to happen right now. And then as go and fill in that beast at that CB of heavily gap, then we'll rally down, because you just can't have all this movement without a little bit of retracement. We gotta retrace something. We gotta retrace something. So yeah, that might be, that's what I'm expecting from the NAS right now. But I think I'm done for the AM session. I'm done for the AM session. I'm actually done for the week. So, and then on EURUSD, you still have that SMT diversion, and then GBP still have that. So let's see the dollar index still going for lower prices. Use that order block as I would say a support to push lower. But honestly speaking, I actually want to see the dollar index give us higher prices, but we might close off with lower prices, but maybe from next week we might start seeing some bullish momentum to the upside, you know. So that might be the case. So just gonna wait here and see how that goes. So Yeah, my guy. So seeing the dollar index right now giving us lower prices, which means the index is retracing, should retrace into that inefficiency, into that CB, the buy side and sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Should see the retracement into that. So yeah, man, guys, I think I might leave you. I might end the stream now. Yeah, that was a good trade. That was a good session. And Johnny Williams, thanks for the subscribing, man. Thanks for being here. And also Bayanda, thanks for being part of the stream, man. And yeah, hope to see you guys on the next stream. I hope y'all won't miss the next stream. Make sure you hit that notification bell after subscribing. Make sure your notification bell is on all, so whenever I live stream, you're notified. Don't miss, you know. Yeah, so this was fun, guys. I hope y'all are doing great. Weekend plans for the weekend. Yeah, guys, have fun. Bayanda, since you said your plan is to just chill, sit back, light up a spliff, do that. Do that. I'll just light up some candles. I'll just light up some candles while you're lighting up the spliff. And yeah, guys, hope y'all have enjoy your weekend.